All right. The session is now on recording mode, and I want to officially welcome everyone to tonight's session, where we are going to be discussing lesson learned. What is lesson learned? After a project, it's important that the team comes together to inspect and adapt. Inspect and adapt is to look at what really went well and what didn't go well. What should they have done better in that project? So they need to document all their experience, where they didn't, the challenges they have, how they handled it, what they feel that had I known, if I had more time, this is what I would have. This is what I mean lesson learned in just a simple term. So this lesson learned is very, very important. It's a very important documentation for the project team. So, and we don't play about it. Don't play with this lesson learned because it forms, is part of the company's project office archive, where people can go for research, people can go for referencing. So if you are handling a similar project in the organization, for instance, you are meant to handle a CRM implementation project. If you are an experienced project manager, what you need to do is first you have to go research to see if you are going to see lesson learned in a similar project. That will help you to have an idea of challenges people have experienced in a situation like this. If you don't have it, good and fine, but that is what lesson learned means. So we don't play with it. And the best practice to do, to have a quality lesson learned document, is to start capturing lesson learned early enough within the project as the project is progressing. So, for instance, the team can decide to be having their lesson learned meeting every week. Every week, you have a lesson learned, document the experience for the week. So, by the time the project is ending, the project manager will not be scrambling to get information or document, or, at that time, we already have a document. You just come review the document, put it together, and archive it, and everybody will go. The project will be closed. So it happened, the main lesson learned happened at the end of the closure of the project, at the closure stage of the project. So that's when we really have the main lesson learned. But we should, before then, be having lesson learned, pre-lesson learns, to pick information, because if we leave it till the end, you might forget all the important action, challenge the way it happened. So that's it. The way I capture lesson learned in my own project is that I make it a statutory meeting. Statutory meeting means that is now a standard meeting that we need to observe within the project. It has to be once every week. Every week, the team must have a lesson learned meeting. To make it easier for the team, it should be immediately after the RAID meeting, because a RAID meeting equally, I made the RAID meeting to become part of the project, becomes a statutory meeting. So I merge RAID meeting and lesson learned together, so that immediately after the RAID meeting, the project team will start lesson learned. You capture lesson project RAID meeting, you capture lesson learned. And to make it simpler as well, you can become the facilitator, or you can assign a team member to own this meeting, making sure that lesson learned is documented every week. You assign it to one of your team members and give that person the ownership of that particular responsibility. And you find out by the time the project is ending, everything is very simple. You just have to review and do finishing touches, and yeah, so that is it. So let's look at what we have in our lesson because of the template and the step-by-step guide we have there. So we'll look at it, and after then, if you still have any questions, you can then ask your questions. So my screen is coming up. All right. So lesson learned meeting, if you look at this image here, you can see what went well, challenges faced, and yeah, what would the team have done better? So it's a time of reflection. The team reflects on what they've done, and it's very, very important to capture this because all of us will learn from our mistakes. And if you are very clever, you learn from mistakes of other people. And yeah, so a lesson learned meeting is conducted at the end of the project phase. Like I said, the main lesson learned. But before then, it's important to start putting items together towards the end of the project. So to identify what went well, what could have been improved, and key takeaways for future projects. In the UK, under Prince 2, they don't play with lesson learned. In Agile as well, Agile project management, they don't equally play with lesson learned. Under Agile is captured as Scrum retrospective. Call it Scrum retrospective. So when the team inspect and adapt and try to understand what went well, what didn't go, what would have we done better, and opportunity for the team to mend. If some team members have been having misunderstanding, this is the time opportunity for amendment, everybody to reconcile. It's a time for housekeeping, project housekeeping, so that the team will be fresh again to go back for the next sprint. Yeah, but this is conventional lesson learned. This is what we're capturing under waterfall and Prince 2. So very soon we are going to look into project methodologies, so we understand all this waterfall, Prince 2, and the agile methodology. So importance of lesson learned meeting: continuous improvement, help improve processes and methodology for future projects. Everything we do today or in these days is all about continuous improvement. Continuous improvement. We've been able to be having our lessons from home, collaborating online. It's all about lesson learned. So keep on improving. So that's number one. Then knowledge sharing. Provide a record of experience for the organization and team. This is the way the project management office, called them PMOs, this is the way they build knowledge base. Every organization or every project management office, they need this knowledge base. That is where the upcoming project team can leverage as a research center or research base to understand what has been going on in this company in terms of project management. Risk mitigation. So many of us have been struggling about how are we going to capture risk, how are we going to manage this risk. If you are in a very good organized company, for instance, if you are joining a Google today, all you know is be a very good project manager. All the resources you are going to be needing, they have them. If you go to their project management office, look for lesson learned within your similar projects you are executing. You should have a lot of information, what people have been doing, challenges, and things like that. So you might only struggle if you find yourself in a company where you are going to be the pioneer members or pioneer project team. Then with this, what we are doing is going to help you to start building your own resources for the upcoming team. Is very important. So with this, if you see risk, like what didn't go well in a project is a risk, or issues that happened, things that didn't go well, challenges. So, and you should know how the team struggled to manage those issues, those risks and challenges. It will give you an idea, although you've not even started your own, but it's going to give you an idea. Or even if you're already on the project, it's going to give you an idea on how to approach your own. Then team development. Encourage open communication and foster a culture of learning. We all learn. We learn continuously. As a matter of fact, as you see me, I like to, every day, I must want to learn one thing I didn't know before. I keep on learning things differently. I don't celebrate all the things I know. I already know them. I don't go back, like you see all these videos we create. Yeah, I'm not trying to, but so many of all these things, I already know them. Me going, but only if somebody called me, there is an error or mistake, or I didn't, I'll go there to correct it. I like to go and learn new things. It's very, very important. Even the project director, no matter how far we've gone, you continue learning because we keep on having inventions. So project team should be encouraged to keep learning. Learning new things is important. In my place of work, we dedicate every Wednesday, 2 o'clock every Wednesday, between 2 to 4 for learning. The team must come to learn new things. It's important the team learn new things. Yeah, even if we are not having that meeting, we must have an article that everybody will be requested to go read up an article. Try to learn new things. Don't just sit where you are. Try to expand. The more the project team are more versatile. It's better for the organization. So a good organization provides this kind of learning environment, and lesson learned from people's mistake is the best way to learn. Okay, steps for conducting lesson learned. Number one, plan the meeting, schedule early meeting. So you can see this is meeting, and we've been talking about meeting all this while. Kick-off meeting, meeting minutes. So like I told you, we are in project, we have a lot of meeting. We keep meeting and meeting and meeting. We must know how to facilitate. The best word to is facilitate. Facilitate a meeting. As a project manager or a business analyst, you cannot run away from it. To conduct the meeting shortly after project completion to ensure details are fresh. So like I say, it is at the end, at the closure stage. You can conduct it before the project closes or immediately after the project closure, but I prefer immediately, shortly before the project, I submit the project report, so that people will still be, if you do it when the project you might, maybe some contract workers who are not working permanently with the organization must have left because the project is closed. You know, if I'm working on contract, the project come and end, my contract end, I'll just leave. I'll be looking for another job. So if you try to do it before, after the project, you might miss some, you know, input from key members who just left. Invite stakeholders, good team members, sponsors, and key stakeholders involved in the project. Prepare materials, gather project documentation, performance metrics, and feedback forms. So in some cases, you issue feedback forms for team members to fill the forms and just to capture their experience or their feedback on the project. Let them give their review. You know, it's kind of review. So these are some of the things you need to put in place before the meeting, and then structure the meeting. Welcome and purpose. Start by explaining the objective of the meeting, reflect on the objective, review the project goals and whether they were achieved. So you have to, because so many times we close a project, we didn't even know whether we achieved the purpose. Immediately we say project, everybody is gone. But the best practice is that a project, the team should be able to sit down and review the project and know if because before the project start to have success factors, success metrics we agreed on. Did we go closer to the success factors or success metrics? These are things. So then the key areas for discussion should be on these following categories: what went well, what didn't go well, what could be improved, suggestion for future projects. And then facilitate open discussion. Everybody invited, you should be able to allow them to contribute, encourage honest and constructive feedback. Use technique like brainstorming or anonymous survey to gather input. Ensure all team members have an opportunity to contribute. Yes, brainstorming session, it gives everybody opportunity to keep, when you raise a topic, everybody will write or contribute verbally. If you want it to be more honest review, you can use anonymous survey where we can share everybody. You just write, you don't fill your name, don't fill anything. Everybody fill the survey. Because at the end of the day, people will be able to be, because you don't want people to be pointing things. Some people might feel, I don't want to offend anybody. I cannot say this happened. I cannot say that Mr. Charles, I don't want Mr. Charles to see me. I didn't talk well, or didn't review. I made a bad comment about Mr. Charles' attitude or things like that. I don't. So if you use anonymous survey, then you see some people lambasting Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles is very arrogant, very rude. He talk to people anyhow. He's right. He's the way he talk. He rises. He people don't feel free. You see people start contributing, and at the end of the day, it's going to help you to, improve on your behavior, your character, your soft skills or things like that. But the point I'm making is try to use any way you want to try to make sure that you capture honest contribution or feedback or review from people. Okay. Record lesson learned. We all know assign a note taker. So if you are it's going to be very difficult. You are going to be one facilitating and you are still taking notes. Some people can do it. If you can do it, good. If you cannot do it, employ somebody who can be taking notes for you. Or look for within your team and ask someone to be taking note during the meeting. Or the meeting, I find out some people might not be contributing so much. Let them take notes. It's important. So that's it. And use collaborative tools to document feedback in real time. If the meeting is the kind of meeting we're having now, just put it on recording and
listening to 2 hours or more.
So
Sunday.
okay. Madam,
yeah,
put yourself for this.
Monday, 12.
Yeah, so please yourself. You're disturbing the class.
Okay. Thank you, class monitor. If she does that again, you ask her to come and kneel down. All right, and then categorize feedback into actionable items, observations, and recommendations. And then number 5, identify actionable outcome. Prioritize lesson learned based on impact and relevance. Assign ownership for implementing improvement. If there is improvements that need to be implemented, more especially if you guys are working for the organization on a permanent basis, a project ending doesn't mean that the organization is ending. That particular project ending, you guys might be prepping for another project. It happened like that. At times, I have like 10 projects lining up. So we are finishing these projects, doesn't mean that if there's area we need to improve, we need to facilitate or start implementing the improvement as soon as possible to help us towards the new project. So if possible, assign ownership for this implementation, somebody implementing the improvement processes identified. So in agile environment where we use sprint retrospective, which is ongoing, you just assign somebody, or the Scrum Master will take it up and implement the needed improvements. So you might find out that some people are not skilled enough. Maybe this affected the project because of some team members lack some necessary skills they needed. All you need to do is arrange for upskilling for them. For some of these people, whichever way you want to upskill them. Give just an example of one way of improvement. There are so many ways we can improve. So creating the document, having the meeting, doing everything, but having the document is another way, because this document is what we are going to be archiving in the project management office. So the document, we should have this kind of section or template in our document where we'll have the project overview, successes, challenges, improvement.
You are showing the class into your head.
All right. Well, I've removed the Onyedika of a person so that he can go and queue up again to join. That is the punishment. All right. Like is it during when you are going to be doing the lesson learned, you can say that Mr. Charles is so rude, Mr. Charles is so mean. When somebody makes more noise, Mr. Charles just boom, remove the person, and that is mean. So you can capture this in your lesson learned that Mr. Charles should be softer. So if any param again, boom, you are out, you go join the queue to start battling the network to join in. All right. So this is the kind of templates you are going to be using. Let's look at an example of a live lesson learned. So you see how it's going to look like. Here we have a lesson learned for Utraco expansion projects. And in this, we have the participant here is the project manager, team lead, and stakeholder. And then what went well, timely stakeholder engagement, use the same communication strategy for future projects. That is recommendation. It means stakeholders engagement is timely. What didn't go well, delayed integration with local delivery partners. In similar projects, start partnership earlier in future expansions. Improvement area, insufficient training for new team members in new states. And a recommendation, allocate dedicated training phase for onboarding and action items, develop a standardized onboarding process for expansion. And then recommendation, assign training lead for next project. So this is it. It just made it very simple, but it can be very detailed because this might not be the only thing. You can have so many items, you can have so many things that didn't go well. You can capture a lot of all the things that went well. You need to capture all of them. All the things that you are happy, you are proud of, teammate done, everything that went well, capture them. Things that didn't go well, these are the main area people are looking out for. So don't spare anything. Don't spare anything. These are what the upcoming project team, they are looking out for. Areas of improvement, these are things they are looking at. How did you handle challenges, or how do you, what are the suggestions they want to learn, they want to know. So, and actions. Every meeting, at the end of every meeting, there must be action items. That is one thing I want you to learn about meetings. It's very, very important about meetings. I don't know if we might be treating more meetings document like this, but if there's anything you need to take away in a meeting, don't end a meeting without people knowing the next step, what to do next. So that is why you see you have action items. So what should we say is a best practice if we want to organize a lesson learned meeting and do a documentation? Document continuously. Capture insight thoroughly through project life cycle. Just like I said from the beginning, don't wait at the end of the project before you start lesson learn. You might miss a lot of actions. So capture it throughout, you see here, throughout the project life cycle, not just at the end. It's very important. So these are what you are, it means that at the end of the project, you don't need to worry. All you need to just put your notes together and you have lesson learned documents. Focus on solution, highlight actionable recommendation rather than just problems. Yeah, like I said, yeah, people, we know a lot of things that happened. People already know, we know that scope, there is a scope creep. We know that scope creep is a problem, but people are coming there to learn how you solve those problems, how you tackle those challenges, not just highlighting challenges. If you highlighted challenges, they might be having the same challenges and they don't have solution for that. So you are not providing them any solution. So solution is very important to project team. It will help them to know how to tailor their own solutions. So not just capturing problem, this didn't go well, this didn't go well. The purpose of it didn't go well is to capture solution for that and make it accessible. Store lesson learned in a centralized location for the future reference. In our projects, in our place of work, we have what we call project central repository, where we store all this. And every team, as long as you're part of our project team is called Digital Transformation Team. You know, as long as you're part of Digital Transformation Team, you will have access to all this, so that any project you are embarking on, you will have different project teams, everybody on their own different team business, and everybody with their working on different projects. So whichever project, you should have access to where you can go look for, you know. And it really helped me a lot when I joined the company newly. Helped me so much because they had a lot of documentation. So no matter what, although there's so many of them, you find out so many of the solutions becoming obsolete, but still it's good that you've seen that people have done this, how they struggle and what how they manage to solve the problem. So it's important. It's not your document, so don't colonize it. Don't keep it for yourself. Make it accessible. So some people are like that. Before you, even if they have the document, they will password it. That even if you access it, you struggle to go through it. Yes, it's good for the security conscious, but for your team must have access. For this kind of resources, they should have access. So, and again, some organization, you don't even need, all you need is, once you finish documenting it, the project management office will come collect the copy or make sure you submit it to them. It is requirement from you as a project manager that you are going to drop it at the project management office. And project management office or project management officer, we call them PMO, knows how to document it strategically for everybody to access it. And apply inside, ensure lesson learned are integrated into planning phase of new project. For instance, if you have just finished a project, you have another project, or some of the challenges you had in the former project and solution, then it should be part of the things you are taking into the new project to make sure that things are getting better. And that's the continuous improvement everybody's been talking about. So you are going to be doing that as soon as by next week. We are going to be having different mood in our camp, because we are going to be first having a leader in each group, and then we'll start having reviewing our project briefs, and everybody should be sweating by then. So conduct a lesson learned meeting. This is no longer going to be food tracker. This food tracker is for the last project, which now becomes Better Marketplace. So participants will reflect on challenges such as slow vendors. Our own is coming, so let me know, just go through it. So, lesson learned are a critical part of the project management process. They enable team to grow, improve, and deliver better results in future projects by conducting thoughtful lesson learned meeting and documentation insights. Organization can foster a culture of continuous improvement and innovation. Yeah, that's it. If you go to organization, everywhere you go today, all they are talking about, digital transformation, continuous improvement everywhere. And that's why we're having more projects, because everybody wants to do better. Technology is chasing everybody around. You can't sit. If you are sitting, before you get up, people might have taken over your space. So everybody is on the move all the time. So thank you, everyone. So we are progressing in this, our boot camp. And I must commend all of you for your participation and the good spirit of learning, wanting to know more. You keep it up. So in this boot camp, when they ask for lesson learned, we can talk about something that went well. Is that the team are very friendly and want to know more. They're always supportive and things like that. So you continue that. It's very, very important to continue to do this. So tonight, this is where we are ending it for tonight. lesson learned is important. So if you don't know about lesson learned, you have to. In our project, we need to be having the meeting. So part of the meeting, we need to have. These are 33 meetings we are going to be having. We need to have lesson learned meeting. We need to have risk management meeting, that is RAID meeting every week. We need to have a project status update meeting. And yeah, I think the next class we need to treat is project status update, and then is a meeting, and then I'll have another closure meeting to finish everything about meeting. So also, this is what we need to be having a lot of meetings. So once you know how to facilitate this meeting and not panicking, because so many of you will start panicking when they want to have a meeting. You see stakeholders, they start panicking. It's not good. So this is time you develop that confidence. Keep on having different meeting. Try to be part of this meeting. Contribute to the meeting. That is the way to gain this confidence. You know, some of you might not know that I'm an introvert. I don't talk too much, but I've handled millions of projects, and I've gained confidence running projects here and there. And today, if I say that I'm an introvert, I'm saying a lie, you know, but you keep building and building and building, and that's your weakness will become your strength. Yeah. So, if you have any question, I'm here for you. Beatrice Adeshola. We'll soon start giving Beatrice award for contribution. She must contribute in every class, and I like that.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My question is that, you said we'll be having meetings. So, and it's good we record our meetings and take notes as well. So, like if we are going to be having meetings, we will need to subscribe if it is a team. If it is a Zoom, we are going to any of the application that we are going to use to have meeting, we need to subscribe in order for us to be able to record. Because if we do free one, we'll not be able to record. So can we get any app with an open source recording to use? Does it matter? Anyone we can able to get? So that is my question, sir. Or there's an arrangement for us to have our meetings that we'll be able to record, that we are not the one that is going to shoulder the responsibility of subscribing. So that's my question, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, under that recording, the way we've been doing it is the team take responsibility for their meeting. I'm not paying for their recording, and most time we have they use free Zoom, they use free Google Meet, and they'll be doing it. And yeah, but like it just I have a lot of projects I'm working on. I've been working with on a conferencing application like Zoom and Google Meet, and this is my own. I've been working on this for like 4 years now. I didn't just take it, but it's time because I've seen we need it, and I have to get it done. So if I can finish it up, even like today I was still part of the things I did. We can finish it up, we can use it. I can give us opportunities to use it to have meeting record and to save us that money. But for now, we record with any other application we can lay our hands on. The one I'm using here, I pay for it. So that's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Ugochukwu Onwalozo.
All right, thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Sir, these are our meetings that we are, you taught us right now. I'm asking, or rather, I want to know, is it supposed to be bi-weekly or weekly, or is it an agreed, an agreed thing that everybody has said, okay, every maybe once in a month, or that we'll all be meeting to check what goes on, what goes on, what went wrong, and way forward? That's just my question. Or is it that there's a standard, it must always be a week? This is just what I want to find out.
Well, it depends on the team agreement. For instance, I'll use us as an example. Here we are in a boot camp that is only 4 months, and within these 4 months, we are planning to capture 2 projects. So if you say it's monthly, you see that you are not going to capture much information or items. So it's better to do it weekly. So if you are working on a project that lasts for maybe 2 years project, you can say, let's be doing one at the end of every month. Let's just do come together to look at what is going on. So it depends on the project duration. So when you have short duration, then you have shorter meeting duration, like 1 week is enough. Weekly status reports, weekly lesson learned, weekly read log is enough. You can even do it in 1 day. In 1 day, you can put read log meeting and lesson learn meeting in 1 day. Like I said, that's what we do in 1 day. You can see, do it in 1 day, 2 hours meeting, one hour, 1 hour. So once you finish this, you enter the other meeting, and just like if you just finish the first meeting, we can go rest for 15 minutes, come back for the second meeting, and that's it. And everybody will be happy. So.
All right, thank you, sir. It's clear now.
Yeah. So a project without meeting is not effective, because you need to talk, you need to engage, you need to collaborate in order to deliver the project. And in some cases, you might be working with distributed team members. Distributed means that some people are in America, some people are in London, some people are in Germany, some people are in Nigeria, some people are in Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa, working in one project. And if you don't meet often, you, the project manager, you might not really follow up on what other people are doing. You need to be seeing them often, looking at their faces. And when you're having this meeting, you make sure that everybody is putting their camera. You start looking at them, how, it's very, very important, eyeball to eyeball, so that they know you are very mean. You are not laughing on this project. And well, if you are delaying it, you see some people might not just be, well, even if you call a meeting, they will just be covered themselves in their bed. They are telling you, yes, I agree. Once meeting is over, they will just cover their head with duvet and start sleeping, And at the end of the day, you start affecting the project, they will not be contributing quality. But if the meeting is supposed to be recorded, It means that, you see, let me tell you, even if you're at home and you prepare for something, you see me before I join class, I know I'm going to face you. If my face, I look at my face in mirror, if I'm wearing singlet, I say, no, it's not good. I put up, you try to look responsible. When you look responsible, you make more responsible contribution. But once we are in a meeting, we are just wearing your boxers, and we are just, because you are not doing this thing, and we are there, one eye is watching Netflix, one eye is in the meeting, the other one is picking popcorn. We are just waiting for the meeting. We are not going to contribute to anything meaningful. And if you are in your bedroom, you are wearing your nightgown, then getting around, you'll be concentrating much in the women, their look. They are so much interested in their look. So if they are not dressing the way they are supposed to dress for work, they are not going to look serious. They're not going to be serious. So that's why it becomes an authority that everybody put on their camera. So people will then just wake up from sleep when they know they are going to face it in a day. So they wake up from their sleep and they become serious, and everybody start contributing. So it's very serious. You take it. Meeting is the project. There's nothing with that. Meeting is the project, and that's why we have to meet and learn how to document the outcome of the meeting. All right, so thank you guys for your contribution. And why I'm saying this is that when you guys might be meeting, I might not be there, because I'm not going to be there in all this. In most cases, you are going to call me when you're having challenges. I might be there in some of the meetings, but some of the meetings I will not be there. So you learn how to manage these people, so that, because before you know, some people will start even fighting and this and that. So learn how to take control, take charge. So many of you are going to be team lead immediately after, because by Monday we should start having team lead. So and that's one thing I want to announce. Now I don't have any more question coming in from anybody. Means we are done with this lesson for tonight. So another announcement I'm making is concerning the boot camp. So this boot camp, we've started creating. All of you know, started creating groups. We're going to have a team lead. And you guys have stayed for some time to understand all of you very well now. So you guys are going to conduct in-house election and pick somebody you trust that can represent you, that can lead your project. We only would need one person to lead one team, one group. And once you choose the wrong person, you find out that you are not going to complete this project. I'm telling you based on experience. I've been in this for years. If you choose wrong person, you see your team, you are going to cry, because you come here to become project manager, you end up not being the project manager. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to come here to lead you people. I'm here to teach you to manage a project. Give you opportunity to manage a project, and I will be inspecting you, not to manage the project. I'm not going to micromanage you. By the time you finish, you become a project manager or you become a business analyst. So that's why I'm providing a lot of documents, anything that will help you to succeed. You people can bear me witness. I'm providing it. Every lesson, I provide lesson note. In each lesson note, I have a template in that lesson note. And some people will come back and tell me, Mr. Charles, we don't have where is the template. For some of the detail, I have people uploading all these videos. I will go over the weekend, I'll go and audit all the things they are doing. Some of the ones that don't have the video lesson notes, I will upload all of them. You need to have everything. So start looking out for people you are going to vote for. Either you are going to nominate or you are going to vote somebody you feel that can represent you well. So that is it. It's important. And I don't want campaign. There's no need of campaigning. So if you want to be elected, all you need to do is just indicate interest that you want to lead the team. At the end of the day, the team will vote. We are going to use WhatsApp poll. The WhatsApp has improved a lot. We have a lot. We'll use WhatsApp poll where everybody will vote you. Vote all the interested people. And whoever you guys have voted in, I'm going to work with them. And as simple as that. So, yeah, Beatrice, you're still raising your hand.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. I want to answer this question. Since we are going to be having a pool to pick the team lead, so is it possible to have, for we to have an assistant in case the team lead is not available or something?
We'll do it one step at a time. We'll have to get the lead first. So once we get the lead, then with the help of the lead, because we want a lead to be able to, that will be the first thing the lead will be able to pick assistant either through a poll or him or herself picking someone they feel that can assist. Because at times you have an assistant that is bigger than you and it becomes difficult for you to work. So
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So that's it. And thank you, everyone. I made it is sharp 8 o'clock here in London, so it should be sharp 9 o'clock in Nigeria, and we're ending it at this time. So thank you and have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Mr. Charles, thank you, sir.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Sir.
Beautiful weekend, guys. For the weekend.
What?
I said 1 bottle for the